Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your February 2020 message from Spirit. I've been telling all of the signs about Aquarius season, and this is a time of major transformation, major death and rebirth. So there have been crazy things that have occurred since Capricorn season, ever since 2020 hit, our planet. It's just been, for some people, chaos. For some people, it's been very rejuvenating, having a different sense of self. Again, transformation, being someone that you didn't know you would ever become in this life, ridding ourselves of different thoughts and thought patterns about ourselves and our lives that used to really bring a lot of negative energies into our lives, and we're ridding ourselves of that, or at least the universe is coaching us and pushing us to do so. Okay, so a lot of these messages for February for all signs of the zodiac is about shedding a certain skin, shedding skin, and almost like a snake shedding its skin, it's a new form of itself, right? And shedding skin takes time. Shedding a certain version of yourself takes a lot of time, okay? A lot of metamorphosis. It's a whole process, right? So, Aries, in February, you're going to be tested in the aspect of your lives when it comes to balance. Not being everywhere, not being scatterbrained, not being scattered in your emotions, not being, I said this to Pisces earlier, but for you, it seems like there's like a mainstream of energy that you can be sucked into, Aries. It could be because it's the popular thing, or it could be because it's social media and you're just kind of engulfed in everything of social media and the trends and connections, whatever the case may be, Aries. There is a situation or an energy in February where the universe will test you in regards to being immersed too much into something. It could be social media, it could be relationships, not allowing yourself to have me time and to care and love and nurture yourself before jumping into a relationship, because maybe there's a fear of being alone, or maybe it's just the unpopular thing to be single, and maybe some people think that way. But you were given a mind of your own, Aries. You were given two eyes, for those of you, there are those of us who don't have those things. There are those of us who don't have arms or legs or certain limbs or certain senses, that maybe other people have. But one thing that the universe gave us is a choice. It gave us a path to take in this lifetime, right? You were given your own existence. You don't exist for anyone else, right? You exist for yourselves. It doesn't matter how close or how much you love someone. You were put here to live out your life for yourself. So I'm sorry, guys. I live on a very busy street, so everybody's doing everything on the street. Being caught up in your emotions, once again, not paying attention to what you're doing, being caught up in being alone, but not doing the work that needs to be done while you're alone, not being productive in that time that you're giving yourself to be alone, right? Because we have the Hermit in the reverse. The Hermit represents stepping back, represents me time, represents reflection, right? Represents taking yourself out of the equation of other people's lives in order to find your equation, right, in your life. Finding the answers to your questions. But there's a sense for those of you in the month of February, there is a need, and not just in February, leading up to the month of February, there is a sense of being stuck in this, in an unhealthy way, in this hermit phase, being stuck there. Because at some point you have to come out of it, right? Feeling sorry for yourself. Not holding yourself accountable, even though the truth is there, the answers are there, not really wanting to accept those answers. Wanting the answers that you feel you deserve instead of the answers that the universe is giving you for free. It's giving, the universe is going, it gives us all answers, whether they're answers that we want to hear or not. If it's the answer of, oh, am I going to be with this person again? Am I going to be in a relationship with this person again? If the universe is saying no, the answer is no, right? If the universe is saying yes, it means yes. Does that mean that you're going to be with that person right away? No. Sometimes it means that you have to learn to focus on yourself. It's all about focus, Aries, for you in February. Where is your focus? What are your priorities? Or where do your priorities lie? Where have your priorities been for a good portion of your life? The Hermit card, it's all about illumination. And if you're stuck in a dark place and you're not, whenever you're in a dark place, that is the best time to illuminate yourself, to understand, okay, what are some things that I'm missing? What am I missing? Instead of being caught up in the emotion, getting caught up in the bad, allowing your situation and circumstances to consume you, instead of doing that, you should take the time out to ask yourself questions. Ask yourself, what are some things that I need to again, how can I remedy this? How, because this situation, the bad that happens in our lives, Aries, as humans, the bad is temporary. So is the good. Good things are temporary. Bad things are temporary. There are things that have a long shelf life for the rest of our lives, but there are also cycles within that long shelf life chapter of our lives, that there are cycles that have to take effect. So there is a relationship that you all may be in your lives, or just with anyone. If you're in a relationship, whether you're married or not, that relationship may have been written in the stars and you guys are supposed to be together for the rest of your lives, till the end. But that does not mean that there aren't cycles within that relationship that's going to test that connection. You have to, don't allow that to consume you. Go with the flow with it, but don't allow that current to consume you. Okay? Because there is a sense of not really having a direction that you want to go in, because we have the Page of Wands in the reverse, Aries. And this is Leo energy. This energy is, when it's upright, it's representing knowing where you want to go and being ready to learn. This being in the reverse for you, Aries, is again, where do you want to go? In February, as Aquarius season is here, in Aquarius and Pisces season in February, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? What are some steps that need to be taken on your part in order for you to reach that goal, to reach that finish line of that cycle? Focus. There's this focus, Aries. where are your focus? Where is your focus? Should I say? Sorry, grammar. But questioning where has your focus been? Has it been helping others too much? Has it been on relationships? Has it been on creating a family? If you're trying to create a family, Aries, or you're focused a lot on your family, first off, in order for you to have a healthy family, you first have to be healthy, Aries. If you're not caring for yourself and nurturing yourself, how can you have a family? For those of you who are trying to create a family, how can you create a family that has a healthy outlook on life? There could be those of you who suffer from deep depression, again, being consumed by your thoughts and your emotions and, some type of mental disorder or some type of mental state that you've been in. Maybe you've been born with it, or, it happened at a certain point in your life that, you just never were the same. But there is a need to open yourself to learning. Aries, open yourself to the newer possibilities, taking the time out. For others of you, there may be a need to go to school, to learn a new skill. Try something new, because we have the Page of Pentacles here for the month of February. Open yourself to learning something new. Understand that life is a classroom. It's a school. And when we get to the point where we don't feel we need to learn anything else, that's where the imbalance begins. We all, doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter how much you've been through, if you're not learning from what you are going through, Aries, there is no progress that has been made. There's just more years that you have lived. There are a lot of people who are living many years of life but not learning a thing. Because of stubbornness. Don't get caught up in, let go of what you think you know about life. I've been like, that's been something that's been going on in my head for a long time. Let go of what you think is logical. Just because things have not gone your way for years, that does not mean that things won't go your way, that things won't get better. Don't hold on to something positive because you're afraid that it's going to end. It will end, because good things, like having a child. The child comes into the world, it's a celebration, there's baby showers, right? But then at some point, there are no more celebrations until the baby maybe turns 1 or 2, right? And after that, there are responsibilities, teaching that baby how to talk, how to walk, how to eat, then taking them to school. After a while, the child becomes an adult, and those celebrations are over until you have another child. So you see what I mean by good things ending, or not good things, but good things or celebrations having to go through a cycle. A relationship, you get married or you tell the world that you're in a relationship, at some point that's going to be tested. That relationship turns into a responsibility to uphold, right? Does that make it less amazing or less of a connection? Absolutely not. There's always a responsibility to a gift that the universe gives us. You don't want to squander those gifts, Aries. Okay? And some of you guys may be dealing with a Virgo. Some of you guys may be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Leo. Some of you all may have lost a child. There may be either a long time ago, or maybe you've had a miscarriage and it's just put you in this state of mind where you feel like you can't get out of it. Don't forget your power, Aries, because there is healing here at the core of your reading, the 3 of Cups, okay? Surrounding yourself with people who love you, who are to cherish you, who are going to give you whatever you need. For those of you who have lost a fellow fire sign or a child, or you've lost, for those of you who resonate with this energy, if you guys have lost someone and this loss has put you in a state of mind that you just feel like you can't cope. Okay? The universe in February is asking, do not hold on to that. For those of you who have lost a child or anyone, and it's just changed your perspective on life, do not be consumed by the loss. Okay? It's okay to grieve, it's okay to cry, but don't be consumed by that to the point where you're just allowing that grief or those emotions to just take you away, right? There are souls that enter this life who are meant to live out this life for, could be, 30 years, 20 years, 80 years. Some of us walk into this life and we're born into this life and we're not meant to be here only for 3 years. Not even like for some souls are born and they end up dying within a few months of being born, Some of us live long lives, others of us don't. But the universe sees things differently. It doesn't want you to be consumed by your losses. You don't allow your gains and your losses to control you. You control your energy and how you deal with those gains and losses, Aries. Okay? So there may be those of you who have lost a baby or have lost a child or someone very, very close to you, and it's just really just consumed you and has broken you into millions of pieces. But I see there's something new here, Aries. This can be a new child. This can be another spirit or another soul that is going to be given to you as a child. Whether it be through adoption or through your own childbirth. Okay? There's something new here. And a part of this newness also comes you embracing change and embracing newness and embracing a learning and growth mentality. Okay, because with the Temperance card here, this is, again, excessive. It's a balance of excessive behavior. It's a balance. A balance of, like I said, excess, addictions to eating too much, addictions to eating too little, addictions to relationships or connections with other people. You just want to be around people because you're afraid of being alone instead of making the right connections that are going to last, a lifetime, or that are going to last the long term, who are going to stimulate growth within you. This is a balance of your thoughts, excessive thoughts about certain things that become toxic, even the good thoughts. Okay? Balance. And then we have the fish. Okay? So the fish coming out here again, being taken by a current. When you're out of balance, Aries, with this card, this is just being carried away by anything and everything. You not having a lack of control or not understanding that you have control in that situation or in that predicament or experience. If there is something that you do not let life control you. Allow life to show you what you need to understand, but don't just decide, well, I'm just going to give up because nothing is going my way. Or even in the small instances, whenever people are irritating you or on a day-to-day, in that moment, don't just allow that situation to consume you. Just realize, okay, I'm not going to let that person get to me. I'm not going to let that thought get to me. There is a need to accomplish what you've started. There's a need to finish what you started. There is a need to not allow certain projects or a certain goal that you've had in mind. Don't let it go to waste just because of a certain obstacle or setback. This can be for career as well. Do not allow anything to deter you or to consume you, Aries, to where you just don't want to get anything done. For those of you who suffer, from a certain disorder or depression, bipolar disorder, that's hard. There is a need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people, calling up the right people who you can talk to get your help, right? Bringing balance, okay? Because you have perspective. Let me see how this angel is holding this world here. The universe has something bigger and better for you, Aries. There is a need to realize everything that happens around the world on a universal level. We all are intertwined in energy on this planet. All of us, Things always happen for a reason. There's never no reason why certain things happen. There's always a reason why things happen, why we lose things, why we lose loved ones, why we gain certain things. There's a reason for that, a bigger reason. For the good things that come to you, Aries, there's a lot of it is tied to who you are and what you were meant to accomplish in this lifetime. Okay? You have the power. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands here. This is Aries energy. So, or I think that was a Four of Wands. But still, it's still fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There is a sense of power that you have to recognize and you have to utilize, Aries, towards your purpose. This is not the time to sit around and do nothing because things aren't going the way you want them to. There is a need to focus. Focus on the most important things. What is your focus? Where is your focus? Don't be a consumer. Whether it be an emotional consumer, physically with money, buying things. Don't consume and don't be consumed. You lead and you be open to being led. Okay? So that's your message, Aries. I love you guys. Much love and light to all of you. Good luck during Aquarius season, and I hope that you have a good February and a good Valentine's Day and all that good stuff. So I hope to see you guys in your next reading. All right, take care. Bye.